What's up, guys? So I had to go on here really quick to talk about what's on my mind, and it's basically this whole idea of like how difficult it can be to post a video and actually be like super authentic with yourself and who you imagine people are watching. Because there's this filter a lot of times. It's like, okay, there's the me, and then there's this other filter of like another pool where people might have access to this version of me, which is pretty close to the real me. But past that filter, I'm still going to push it through another filter of the version of me that I want you to see. Sorry, and I just think that I think that the best way to get past that, is to just hit the record button or just hit the post button. Yeah, like even for me right now, like recording myself, I feel like I need to look a certain way. Like I'm in my work clothes, and on the one hand, I like wearing my work clothes because I do feel a bit more confident. Something about putting on the clothes that you wear at your job where you go to perform puts you in that performative state of confidence, and I do like that. But I'm just acknowledging the fact that it's real, that it's a real thing, a real factor, a real variable. Because when I started my channel, I just knew that there was something about the law of attraction. There was something about life that was so fascinating to me that I didn't want to limit myself to just writing stuff down, because it never truly captured what I was thinking, what I was feeling. Because with video, you not only are you getting the words, you're not just getting the idea, you're getting the aura, you're getting the full on idea coming through the person that's holding the idea, which adds on a whole other part to a whole other facet of an idea to experience, to consume. And I started because I wanted to be able to watch myself, and I wanted to be able to relate to myself. Basically, I wanted to hear my thoughts spoken out loud as if it was another person sitting in front of me, as if it was me conversing with myself. I wanted the opportunity to go back and watch those videos. So just now I was watching YouTube, and there's this account that I follow, and she was talking about how she has two Instagram accounts. On one Instagram account, she has like 27,000 followers, and she's saying that on that account, I'm a lot more myself than I am on my main account, which has 340,000 followers. And she's like, am I not cheating myself by not being that same way on my bigger account? And she's like, the truth is, yes, if you're in the same boat, you are. Because you're keeping yourself from being seen. And the reason she came to that conclusion, or came to that point, was because a few moments earlier, she was telling a story about a friend that does car videos. As in like videos where she's sitting in her car just talking to her phone, and talking about how she had a lot more traction, a lot more luck. People were gravitating towards her content a lot more with those videos, the ones where it was unscripted, than the ones where she was putting, there was these other videos where she was putting in a lot of effort and a lot of time and developing a script. And people weren't resonating with that one. Why? The point she makes is that when you are able to just riff, and I've made this point before, when you're able to just riff and allow yourself to just riff and just speak what's on your mind without an agenda, without a filter, without a script, the truth comes out. You start speaking your soul. And so I came onto this video today to remind any of you that do the same thing, that do content creation. This can be on writing platforms, not just video content. But I'm a lot more passionate about my video content. It's a lot more funner. I feel a lot more in flow. and I get a lot more out. I get a lot more ideas out. I can articulate everything in such a short period of time without having to stop and like think about if it reads correctly. Again, for the reasons that I mentioned earlier about just the advantages, the edge you have when you're able to be on camera, be present, and explain what it is that's in your mind. I get a lot more out of it. But I just wanted to come on here and remind you guys that it doesn't have to look perfect. You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to have had how are you supposed to have 2 years under your belt before you start? The whole point is that I think that you will get a lot better. You will find that flow state. You'll find that code of genius within yourself if you just put yourself in a position to create more stuff, to create more content, create more video. You just become more comfortable on video. You'll see what you look like and it won't feel like a stranger, because very few people will be in the mirror talking to themselves to where like the person they see in front of the mirror, even though we see ourselves every day in the mirror or in a reflection, even though we know what we look like on a day-to-day basis, it's not the same as when you're spending minutes per day talking to that reflection. Basically, like I'm looking at myself right now. I want to change that a little bit. I want to start looking at the camera more, but that'll get better as I keep doing this. But yeah, don't worry about being perfect. I think that when you're first starting, consistency matters a lot more. Consistency matters a lot more than having the whole freaking blueprint fleshed out, ready to go for like the next year, for the next 6 months or anything like that. If you can just enjoy showing up every day, that stuff will come. You'll find systems that work for you to where you won't need to. Honestly, it's fun to do it on the whim, but where you'll feel a lot more confident about the content that you're going to be pushing out in that week or in the days that come or the months that come, and you'll be able to see a trajectory. But that won't come. That won't be honestly necessary until you can see yourself consistently showing up to just hit the record button and start speaking. So with that, I leave you guys. Thanks for tuning into the video. If you enjoyed, give it a like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.